Welcome back. This is Micah 2 Scoops, and as promised, today I'll be showing you how to create Alexa automations and routines using the Alexa app. Today we'll be featuring the Sunsa Wand and the Deako Smart Lights. And for this one specifically, we're going to be talking about integrating Ring with your routine. So first, we're going to go over the skills that you need to do the routines and automations that I've shown you in my past videos. And then we'll kind of go over what are triggers and actions and some of the examples of that. So for the examples we'll be showing later, you'll need two skills, either the Ring skill and the Sunsa skill, or the Ring skill and the Deako skill, depending on which device that you're going to use. So first, we're going to show you how to enable the Ring skill, so that way you can find your Ring devices for your Ring account. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is go to More, Skills and Games. You're going to search for Ring. Here it is. This is the skill that you're going to enable. So it's going to require you to link your accounts for both Amazon and for Ring. So even though those are the same companies, you'll probably have two different accounts. And so I'm going to do that. You may see the screen go blank. That might be because I'm using a password manager, and I'll be using that to, put in my passwords. All right, so we'll hit enable to use. And so this is kind of the agreement for what's going to happen here. You're going to link your Ring and Alexa, and you're going to have to agree to these terms. And we'll want to enable skill and link accounts. For me, I have two-step verification. That's good to have. And then we're going to want to sign in with the Ring. All right, so we're going to authorize the application. And there we go. So those have been successfully linked. So now it's going to look for the devices that are connected through Ring. And this will take a little bit of time. For me, it's not going to find any new devices because I already have them already located and I didn't add any. But the step for enabling skills inside of Alexa are pretty similar for all of these. I have a separate video showing you for the Deako skills, how to do that in Alexa already. So that'll be in the description, a link for that. But I'll show you the Sunsa skill and you'll see how it's pretty similar on how to enable it, and it's pretty easy. All right, so for Sunsa, we're gonna go to More again, Skills and Games, and we're gonna search for Sunsa. This is the skill. We're going to click enable to use. It's going to ask you to sign in. And there it goes. It's linked. So it's going to look for those devices as well. So you'll repeat the same process for Deako, the Deako skill if you haven't have it already. Again, that video link is going to be in the description, and we'll see you after this. Now that we have all the skills that we need, now we're really able to talk about the routine triggers and actions. So if we go to More, Routines, we can create new routines here. So let's hit the plus button at the top, and every routine should have a unique name. So let's put test 1. Then when this happens, it can be considered your trigger, right? So let's hit that. So there's different ways and triggers that you can use for Alexa. You can do voice triggers for like certain utterances that you say. You can do schedules for, setting these triggers to happen on a schedule every day or every month. But for us, we're going to use Smart Home. And within Smart Home, for the triggers that you've seen me use for example, we can look at the front camera, which is a Ring camera. And here we have the options for a person, a doorbell, and motion. And so I've used both these before. Generally, I like to use the motion. So let's select that. And so this is when motion is, in our case, we want to switch it to detected. So let's hit next again. All right, so now for test 1, if the front camera detects motion, then right now it's anytime. So we can change this for a specific time of day. So for your front camera, maybe you want to do something like 4 a.m. to at nighttime, so maybe 10 p.m. So it just happens during the daytime, and at night, for example, you don't want anything to happen with your Sunsa blinds. So I'll go over this suppress feature in the future, but basically this prevents the routine from running multiple times, and that's sort of an advanced feature that I'll cover later, but we won't worry about that for now. So here's the action. So this is where either your Sunsa or your Deako skill comes into play. So if we add the action that we want to happen when the front camera detects motion, we can go to Smart Home. And for Deako Smart Lights, we can go to Lights and pick any light that we want. For me, I have like a porch light in a video that shows that turning on when there's motion in the front. So we can power that on, for example. And you can add multiple actions. So let's do that, but then let's also look at the Sunsa Wand. So back to Smart Home, All Devices, and you can even choose this one that says All Blinds. So for this, we can say when there's motion in the front right, we want all the blinds to move to a specific position. So in that case, we'll probably want those closed. So we'll scroll down and hit close. So that's how you create a specific routine with a trigger and however many actions you want for a specific time of day. All right, so let's go over some of my Alexa routines. So let's go to this one here. So Front Secure Blinds 1 is one that I use for my Sunsa wands. And so for this one, when the front camera detects motion, every day for a specific time, then I'm suppressing for 20 minutes because I only want this to run once every 20 minutes. So if multiple people move past my camera, 10 minutes and then 5 minutes later, the second time, it's not going to trigger this to happen because the blinds will have already been closed. So when the front camera detects motion, we're going to do the action of closing the downstairs blind group to 80%. So then let's go to Front Secure Blinds 2. In this case, we're going to use an action for when the front camera is actually pressed. I think it's the same time frame. This time we're going to suppress for 30 minutes. I don't think someone's going to press my camera once and then wait 30 minutes and press again. Hopefully they'll have left by then. But in this case, we're going to close the downstairs blinds group. All right, so let's see an example with the Deako Smart Lights. So Front Secure Bright. For this one, if the front camera detects motion every day, but this is just at night. So if someone's walking up to my house at night, what happened was my balcony light, my porch light will set to 100% brightness. So it's currently dimmed to 50%. So that will brighten all the way to 100%, so it's noticeable. My balcony lights will turn on. Then that'll wait for about 2 minutes. Then eventually my balcony light will turn off. And then eventually 4 minutes later, the porch light will dim back to its original brightness, and hopefully by then, whoever came at night will have left. So yeah, those are examples of how to use your Ring devices as triggers. Like I said, you can use your cameras, but also you can use Ring motion sensors or Ring door contact sensors. So let's show one for a motion sensor. So back to Sunsa here. So this is the motion sense routine that I was talking about in my Sunsa review. Basically, every day, if the motion detector, that will detect me after I come down the steps, if that detects that there's motion, meaning I've woken up for the day, then instead of this time using a Sunsa group to open all the windows at once, I kind of created this cascading effect where one window will open, then 5 seconds later the second one will, and then the third. So it kind of cascades opening as I go downstairs, and it doesn't all happen at once, and I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's examples of how to create Alexa routines and automations, specifically using Ring, and how to set that up. And hopefully this helps you set up automations for your home. Thanks.